What's up, everyone? All right, well, finishing the morning here up over $1,000. Another solid green day. 4 trades, 2 winners, 2 losers. Both of the losers were pretty small. One of the winners was 400, the other was 1,100. So, hey, found my way up to over $1,000 of profit, which is not a bad way to finish the morning. So, yesterday was 5,600. Today, about 1,300 or so. So that's $7,000 on the week, on the month, and we're only 2 days into the month of October. So momentum is picking up. Now, this is all despite the fact that the market, as of right now, is down 438 points. Doesn't matter. When you've got a strategy of finding stocks that are technical breakouts or have a fundamental news catalyst, you will find opportunity, regardless of overall market conditions. So a solid day today. I'll be back at it tomorrow. I hope to finish the week Thursday and Friday with 2 more green days. All right, see you guys tomorrow. All right, so we're going to do our midday market recap here, go over the trades from this morning. I'm going to finish up $1,117 in my retirement account and another $192 in my main account. So today, 4 trades, 2 winners, 2 losers. Not a bad day. You know, the overall market right now is down 400 points. We can look at the S&P 500, which is down $4 a share. Market's coming down towards this 200 moving average on the daily chart, which should provide some support, I expect. Also some trend line support here. And, you know, despite the market being down 400 points, I'm, you know, not quite, just a little more than halfway to the daily goal of $2,000, but, you know, a really solid day here. Second green day in a row, now up, let's see, 67, about $7,000 on the month on October 2nd. That's not too bad. So I started the day thinking that I had to be a little conservative because our gap scan this morning didn't have a lot that looked great on it. If I go time frame, historical date, you'll see that we had at 9:25 a.m. the leading gapper of IMRN. IMRN, I was hesitant on, and you can see I lost $17 on it. I did step up to the plate with a 9,000 share order on IMRN. It was our leading gapper, up 36% here, 2.9 million share float, high volume pre-market. So it met all of my criteria for being a stock worth trading. And we talk about this as part of the Warrior Starter course, as part of the Warrior Pro class, those 5 criteria for home run potential. It met all of them except for one, which was that the daily chart was not ideal. The daily chart showed a history of gapping and selling on this day and this day, gapping up, squeezing up, but selling off. And 200 moving average resistance at 467 was kind of close. We had the little gap fill here from 389 up to 406. We talk about this in chapter 4 of the day trade course, which is part of the Warrior Pro classes. And so generally I wasn't totally sure. But I thought it was our best chance for a momentum trade because nothing else on the gap scanner looked good at all. This was the only one. So the bell rings and I'm thinking 370 is kind of my buy spot. It dips down a little bit. It then starts to surge up, and let me grab my video recording of this trade real quick for you guys. Let's see. So it's not the most exciting trade, but in terms of risk management, it's a good one to see. And by the way, I know yesterday's video on Facebook or on YouTube, the quality was kind of poor. The problem there was that I ran out of memory on my streaming laptop right here. So where I was recording the recap, the file got corrupted, which was disappointing. So then what I ended up doing for YouTube was just downloading my live broadcast off of Facebook and uploading it to YouTube because it was a really good recap. And I didn't want to record it a second time because I didn't think it would be as good a second time. But the quality when you download off of a Facebook live stream is just never that great. So anyways, sorry about that. Today's hopefully will be better as long as this file doesn't get corrupt. So here's the bell so the bell just rang, and IMRN is dipping down just a little bit right now. Okay, so I'm watching IMRN, and my thought was I would let it dip down for a second, and as soon as I saw a burst of green on the tape, I would press the buy button. So let me pause this for 1 second. Let me pull up my my chart here. Actually, I think I have it on this one. I'll just go full screen. Okay, so I'll press play here. All right, so you see the 10-second chart. So as soon as this surges up right here, I'm seeing that green. That green is what gave me the confidence to pull the trigger. As soon as I saw that green, now at this point, the chart hasn't even shown red to green yet, but I saw the buying coming in on the level 2. So boom, I punched the order, and my first target is a break of the $0.50. Well, already we've got 12,000 share seller. Note that the stock is CB, which means it has short sale restriction. So it's going to be, it's not going to break out as cleanly as a stock that probably doesn't have short sale restriction. Also note here how my orders fill in little partial increments. That's typical. All right, so break of 44. Okay, $0.50. There we go. Now I'm thinking, yes, this is going to work. We hit 52. We hit 53, 55. High of day is up here around 68. So I'm like, this is exactly what I wanted to see. Picture perfect. And then things are going to go the other way. Now I'm not feeling it. Okay, so now what's happened is we broke this critical line in the sand, which is the $0.50. And as we came back below it, below the $0.50, now I'm feeling like, oh, that's not good. You want to break critical levels. It's okay if a stock pops up, let's say to like 55, and then comes back down and tests 50. But if it goes to 53 and then comes back down to 45, I usually don't like that. And so that's where I was selling, and I ended up just control X selling, I guess, on the bid mostly. And, you know, a good exit there at 40, just a moment before it dropped. I mean, this could have easily been a $200 loss, but I mitigated the risk on it, which was good. So anyways, you know, that just kind of goes to show, again, how the subtle difference between a winner, a loser, or a break-even trade. These trades move quickly. And so you want to really be mindful of spotting that exit indicator. And, you know, if a stock doesn't look good anymore to you based on the strategy that you trade, being able to, you know, hit the bid and bail out before it, you know, turns into a big loss. So manage the risk well on that. ZYX I was kind of similar. This one was was a gapper this morning, squeezed up, pulled back, came back up, did a cup and handle formation, broke out off that level. I took one trade in the first 5 minutes, and I lost $200. It came up to a high of 74. I had a mental target on it of 11, knowing that the daily chart showed really some nice potential here up to 1133 and then 1175 all-time highs. Nice catalyst here announcing 95% order growth. By the way, IMRN's catalyst was U.S. Department of Defense collaboration. They got a $3.6 million grant or something like that. So, you know, that was decent. But obviously traders didn't stick with it. And then MTP was the last one that I traded in my main account here before I decided to call it a morning. So this one, kind of like the one I just traded in my retirement account, SES, squeezed up pretty quickly. I saw the headline on it that there was a deal that one of the directors bought 250,000 shares or 200,000 shares or something like that. So I was like, okay, there's a good, you know, catalyst there. That's decent. So whatever, I jumped in it. It squeezes up to a high of $1.70 and then comes right down off that level. So I jumped in for a break of $1.50, rode that momentum, and then stopped out as it came back down. And then I was like, all right, well, only $192 at 10:30. I'm probably done for the day. Nothing is really hitting the scanners. In the other part of the office, walking around, and I hear boing. And then I hear boing, 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 boing. And I came running back to my office because when I hear something hit multiple times, I know, number one, a stock is moving quickly. Number two, there's a possibility that it could squeeze into a circuit breaker halt because boing, 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 boing means it's squeezing up immediately. So this stock SES did squeeze up. It got halted, and it ended up squeezing up to a high of $2.83, which is a pretty nice move from a low of $1.80. Now, those of you guys who got in before the halt probably did the best. The volume was a little bit light. Coming out of the halt, adding for a move up to 83 also worked, but it has not held its levels. This is a former runner, a stock with a history of making big moves, a somewhat recent reverse split, and simply a stock that was moving quickly. And that's what I look for. Despite the fact that there was no fundamental catalyst, the technical breakout, I think, was worth trading. So on that one, I made $1,117 on 2 trades. So solid there, and that puts me up $1,300 on the day. So hey, not bad. Second day of October, second green day in a row, and the market now is down 470 points, but I'm all cash. I've got this account is all cash. So it's like almost $300,000 of cash, which, if that was invested in the market right now, realistically, I don't know what it would be down. I'm not sure what percent the market's down at the moment, but, from 300 down to 287, I'll be down, 5%. So that's 15 grand that I'd be down if I put it all in mutual funds. Now, obviously that's if I bought right up here. If I've been holding for years or whatever, then, I'd probably be in from down here, but still, you're always kind of sitting with that risk in the overall market. And the nice thing about being a day trader is that I can sleep well. I don't have to worry about, the market dropping 50% overnight and me losing hundreds of thousands of dollars. I'll just come in the next day with whatever market we have and day trade and try to hit my daily goal. And I know I can do it with an account as small as, $500 or $1,000. So in terms of, start from a small account and grow it back up. So that's a pretty incredible sense of freedom and independence. So anyways, that's it for me. I hope you guys have a great afternoon, and I will see you all first thing tomorrow morning, Thursday and Friday. I want to finish up this week with 2 more green days and hit my weekly goal of $10,000 profit. All right, so that's it for me. I'll see you guys first thing tomorrow morning.
If you're still watching, you must have really enjoyed that video. So why not subscribe and get email alerts anytime I upload new content? Remember, when you subscribe, you become a member of the Warrior Trading family.